Welcome to episode number 2 of Bible Blessings. Do you ever feel like there is just a whole lot of trouble thrown at you suddenly, all in one go? Have you ever felt so stressed because you have trouble rising on every side? Personal issues, professional issues at work, or stress from studies, issues with friends, financial issues, all coming at you all at the same time? Well, King David in the Bible has felt this way before. Psalms chapter 3 verses 1 to 2. King David writes, "Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Selah." David seemed to have enemies and troubles on all sides. They were probably even saying that God had forsaken him. There is no help for him anymore in God. How was David able to handle all that stress that came from the troubles rising on every side of him? Psalms chapter 3 verse 3 says, "But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of mine head." He turned to God. He knew that God was a shield to him, that he would lift up his head in due time above those that hated him. How was David able to rest in this assurance? Verse 4, "I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Selah." King David learned to submit everything to God in prayer. When he prayed, he had the assurance that God heard him and that he would answer in due time. So even in the midst of all his trials and stresses, and of all the people that were hunting his life, he could have peace. Peace in the midst of trials, peace above the storm, peace to the extent that he could say in the next verse, "I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me." He could sleep. Even with all the trials and problems, he could sleep well at night. Sleep is probably one of the first things to go out the window when we get stressed. But David could sleep like a baby, free from stress, free from troubling thoughts. How? Because he submitted it to God in prayer, and he knew that God heard and would handle his situation. Friends, have you learned to give God all your troubles in prayer? Have you experienced the peace above the storm? When we are stressed, we come out with all sorts of bad habits. Binge eating, binge watching. We go back to old vices like smoking or drinking. Instead of doing that, let's try praying. Let's learn to give God all our stresses and troubles. He is the Prince of Peace. The God who created this world, he can deal with our problems. They are small to him. He delights to hear our prayers and longs to help us. Only he's waiting for you and me to reach out to him. So let's learn to give God everything today in prayer. Then we can say with David in Psalms chapter 3 and verses 6 to 8, "I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God. For thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah." We can have peace above the storm. God wants to bless you today, even in the midst of your troubles. Let's reach out to him in our time of need. He will hear, and he will strengthen, and he will sustain us. Have a blessed day today, and see you next time, and God bless. If you were blessed by the message today, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It will help to create more content like this and help to spread the blessing. Thank you, and God bless.